Imagine discovering a forest where time doesn't move normally. A group of 4 adventurous hikers decided to explore an abandoned forest that locals constantly warned them about. According to the nearby villagers, anyone who enters that forest never comes back the same, or sometimes never comes back at all. Of course, the hikers didn't believe these stories. They assumed the villagers were simply trying to scare tourists away. Excited by the mystery, they decided to record their entire journey for social media. As they walked deeper into the forest, strange things immediately started happening. Their phones suddenly lost signal. GPS stopped working completely. Even their watches began slowing down for no clear reason. One of the hikers noticed something disturbing about the trees around them. They were enormous, twisted, and incredibly old, as if they had been growing for thousands of years without interruption. As night approached, the group decided to set up a small camp inside the forest. But during the night, they began hearing slow footsteps outside their tent. At first they thought it was animals moving through the trees, but the footsteps sounded different, slower, almost human. When they stepped outside to investigate, they saw something impossible. Standing quietly between the trees was an old man watching them silently. His clothes looked ancient, almost like they belonged to another century. When the hikers asked him who he was, the man simply stared at them and said one terrifying sentence: "You shouldn't have come here." Before they could ask anything else, he slowly walked back into the darkness and disappeared. The next morning, the hikers finally found their way out of the forest. But something felt wrong. When they reached their town, the entire place looked completely different. New buildings had appeared. Roads had changed. Even the houses looked unfamiliar. Confused, they asked a shopkeeper what year it was. The answer froze them in fear. The shopkeeper calmly told them the year was 2124. The hikers suddenly realized the horrifying truth. They had only spent one night inside the forest, but outside the world, 100 years had passed. Even more disturbing was what they discovered later, when they reviewed their recorded footage from the previous night. The old man they had seen standing in the forest looked exactly like one of the hikers who had disappeared years earlier, suggesting that the forest doesn't just change time, it traps people inside it forever.